Good morning, listeners of Hot Topic and Fresh News. Today is the 21st of November, 2024, and we have important updates for you. In Gaza, Israeli airstrikes have reportedly led to many casualties overnight. Rescue teams are actively searching through the rubble in Beit, Lahia, and Gaza City, as Hamas-aligned media report numerous deaths, including women and children. The Israeli military has not commented, but their intensified offensive aims to stop Hamas from regrouping. Northern Gaza remains under siege, with critical humanitarian aid absent for 40 days, as medical teams struggle to treat the injured. UN reports indicate that 75,000 people are trapped with scarce supplies. Human Rights Watch has accused Israel of war crimes due to the ongoing mass displacement in Gaza. Since the conflict began last year, nearly 1.9 million residents have fled, covering 90% of Gaza's population. Additionally, a recent U.S. veto blocked a UN Security Council resolution for a ceasefire, underscoring the complex geopolitical dynamics. Keep listening as we delve deeper into these stories and their global implications. Hey everyone! You already know me, this is Emily.
And this is David News Talk.
Same time every day with you all on channel Hot Topic and Fresh News. Subscribe and ring that bell. It really helps. Straight to the hot topics.
This situation in Gaza is dire. What's the latest update on the humanitarian crisis there?
The humanitarian situation is critical. Northern Gaza is under siege, with no humanitarian aid delivered in 40 days. Hospitals are overwhelmed, and medics are struggling without essential supplies.
With so many displaced, how are the civilians coping without access to basic necessities?
Up to 130,000 people have been displaced, and 75,000 are trapped with dwindling supplies of water and food. The UN reports that 90% of Gaza's population has fled their homes.
The international response seems mixed. What do you make of the US blocking the ceasefire resolution?
It's a complex geopolitical issue. The US has vetoed the resolution, emphasizing the need for a linkage between a ceasefire and the release of hostages. This move underscores their strategic alliance with Israel, despite widespread calls for an end to the conflict.
Do you think there are any realistic solutions in sight for this conflict?
A resolution seems challenging given the entrenched positions on both sides. The ongoing airstrikes and military offensives only complicate peace efforts. International pressure might eventually bring parties to the negotiating table, but it's a long and complicated path.
It's a distressing situation, but it's crucial we keep the focus on these developments. The veto on the Gaza ceasefire resolution seems to have broader implications. What are the potential repercussions of sending what the US calls a dangerous message to Hamas?
The US argues that an unconditional ceasefire could embolden Hamas, suggesting that a stronger stance is necessary to ensure hostages are released. This decision could influence the dynamics not only in Gaza but across the region.
It's interesting that US mediator Amos Hochstein is now in Israel. What's his role in this situation?
Hochstein is working on a ceasefire proposal, particularly focusing on Lebanon. He believes there's a real opportunity to end the conflict there, thanks to some alignment between the Lebanese government and Hezbollah with his proposal.
Could the success in Lebanon influence the situation in Gaza?
It could potentially create a ripple effect. If a ceasefire is achieved in Lebanon, it might set a precedent or increase pressure for a similar resolution in Gaza. However, each conflict has its own complexities, and solutions aren't always transferable.
It's a delicate and evolving situation, but these diplomatic efforts might offer some hope. Let's stay tuned for further developments.
Thanks for tuning into Hot Topic and Fresh News today. We've covered the escalating situation in Gaza, exploring the complexities and potential diplomatic paths forward. It's been a privilege to have you with us. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe and activate those notifications. It helps us bring you more of the news you need to know. Spread the word across your social media and let your friends and family know where to find insightful news discussions. Drop a comment if you have thoughts to share.
And remember, we're here every day with new content. You won't want to miss what's coming up. There's always something intriguing on the horizon. There's a lot more to discuss as global events unfold, so stay curious.
Stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news, our channel's content will amuse.